about to get into my thoughts on the fight that everybody's talking about with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Now, I'm going to give a quick disclaimer. I don't sit down and watch boxing all the time. I'm not no guy who knows all the boxers and all the UFC fighters and nothing like that, but I did sit down and look. And I thought I'd like to start off with, of course we're going to talk about it, but let's talk about the fights that happened before that first. The first fight that I've seen, it was the two Mexican dudes. I didn't know who they were. I seen some of it. And I was just like, yo, where's Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? That was my first thoughts, because I started it at like 40 minutes late. I didn't even know it was gonna be on last night. I forgot, And then next thing after them, some other Mexican dudes came out. His name was like Mario Burrito or something like that. I don't know what his name was. So hopefully I don't take that out of context. But it was Mario Barros or whatever. It was some shit like that. With the guy wearing the paint, the one with the all paint. That fight was a pretty good fight. I just wanted to say. I didn't get to see the whole thing because I about fell asleep on it. Not because I didn't like it, but because I was laying down in my bed with the heat on. I set myself up for failure. So then I finally wake up. I see who won. I forgot who won. I ain't gonna lie. And then them two girls, two women. One thing I do gotta say is that's the fight that, other than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight itself, that's the one fight I remember the most, and I regret remembering that fight the most because that was one of the most irritating boxing matches I've seen in my life. Like, this lady kept clinching. What's her name? Kate, whatever, the champion. She kept clinching, doing a clinch. You can't do a clinch in boxing. You can't do a clinch in boxing. Let me go ahead and turn this light on so you don't see no black button stuff in the back. But you can't clinch in boxing. That was pissing me off. She kept clinching the entire rounds, and she kept apparently headbutting. I didn't really watch it enough to really see all that. If she headbutted, it must have been while she was clinching. So I personally couldn't see it. If y'all seen it, put it down in the comment section. But yeah, that fight was pissing me off. I was glad when they finally ended that fight, because that was the last fight before Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. That fight was very irritating and it pissed me off. How do y'all feel about that fight with the two women? All they was doing was spamming. Y'all ever play Fight Night in UFC? All they kept doing was spamming the square and triangle button. Woo, 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 woo. That's all they kept doing. That's all they kept doing, and clinching each other. So that shit was pissing me off. But, we done with all of those extra little fights. Now about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I'm gonna get far more into detail about this fight. We all know who won. If you don't, you living under a rock. But hey, I'm glad you clicked on this video because I'm here to put you on that Jake Paul was the one that won. Yeah, we all know that. By decision. But scratch all of that. You wanna know one thing that pissed me off before the fight even started? It was when Jake Paul was coming in the car. His intro, coming down the car like he's I don't know. It was just pissing me off because he was in the car too long. You riding down the aisle, you would think you would make it to the car quicker than that. The car was going so slow that he had to get out and walk to the ring, and the car didn't even make it all the way to the end. That green car. It was going so slow. I'm like, yo, we could have just walked out there if the car was gonna move that damn slow. But hey, he's a troll. He's doing it for people to be talking. I get it. And then after Jake Paul comes out, you see him and Logan Paul together and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. And then you see Mike Tyson comes out. One thing that I found interesting was how Mike Tyson came out. You could tell he came out he was about business. He had all the men in black behind him in suits. They all just walking out with straight faces. He's walking out with a straight face. Just focused and all of that. And once the fight actually started, all I gotta say is you can definitely see like Mike Tyson is age. Like he's 58 years old. Like you could tell he wasn't moving the way he would have been moving if he was like Jake Paul's age. You know, he definitely got the experience, but from what I've seen, sorry if y'all hear that in the background, but from what I've seen, he was like, it was like his mind was saying yes and his body was saying no. That's what it looked like to me. You know, like if y'all got anything, if y'all think it was staged, it probably was staged, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that age like was getting to him. So yeah, I'm just thankful that Mike Tyson didn't get knocked out. You know, because one thing I've seen is Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are known for knocking people out. It's just not Mike Tyson been in the game far longer than Jake Paul, so he has way more knockouts, way more. But yeah. But the fight itself, it was just it was an alright fight. You know, it wasn't nothing super spectacular. It wasn't nothing to jump out your seat about. It was just a regular fight. That's from what I see. Jake Paul was tagging him, you know, he hit him a couple of times. Mike Tyson, he was hitting him a couple of times, but you know, according to the stats, you know, Mike didn't really hit that. He didn't really get that many hits, and so that's why he lost, because they ran out of time and stuff like that. But it was good to see Mike Tyson in the ring and all of that. It was good to see him fight and all that. But it was an alright fight. The fight was so hyped up for it to just be an average fight. You know, like everybody was hyping it up. You know, Mike Tyson smacking Jake Paul the day before, like that definitely hyped it up and all that. So yeah, you can tell that was just entertainment. You know, yeah. Other than that, to me, it was just a basic fight. If y'all got anything to say about what my opinions on this, you know, y'all know where the comment section is. So yeah, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and we out of here.